We are making a pattern for the scroll saw.
Oh.
Yeah, it's coloring. It wrote Jesus.
Yes, I know he.
Yeah, and now it's writing fall because Mom's gonna make it into a fall sign.
Yeah, full sign. Dad sign. Wow! Wow! All hands. Wow, is it done yet?
Yeah, it's done. Just wait. There it is. I
is.
drew out my pattern and I drew out 2 squares on this piece of 1/4-inch birch plywood. I'm going to cut it out with my jigsaw. I just changed the blade on it to be a bit of a finer blade as it's only 1/4-inch thick, the plywood, so I wanted to have a few more teeth to get that done. So I'm going to cut that out now and then we'll see what happens next. So there I got my 2 pieces cut. Next I'm going to head over to the sander. I'm going to sand these down because they're easier to sand before you cut them on the scroll saw. So I got my 2 pieces sanded. I have them the right side up. I am going to stack them together and I'm going to just use some regular school glue and glue my pattern onto the wood. And the reason I have 2 is I want to stack cut these, so I'll cut once and I will get 2 copies. So I can make 2 signs. So I'm just going to tape around the edges, hold my 2 pieces of wood together, and then I'll make some pilot holes so that my scroll saw blade can go through. So when you're choosing a bit for your drill, you want to hold up your scroll saw blade and kind of see and make sure that your blade will be able to fit through the hole that you drill. So I'm going to choose this one here. There, our first piece is ready, so I can just peel off this paper and release the tension, release the blade, and then our second piece should come out here. There it is. So we'll have to sand this down. I think my blade's getting kind of dull, so I'm going to change the blade before I move on to the next section. Now that I have all my letters, I'm just going to use my Dremel to sand off some of the rough spots and then take off the paper lining, and then they will be ready for spray painting or stain or whatever kind of finish I choose to do. So I'm just staining my letters now. So I finished sanding them. I used the air compressor to blow off any dust, and now I'm just putting them in a little stain bath. Let them drip out a little bit, then I wipe them down, make sure I get all the edges here, and then I'll let them all dry, and then I can glue them onto my sign. So I just cut and weeded a stencil. I put in a layer of clear coat just so that I don't get any bleeds, and I picked out my colors. So I'm going to paint this sign. So I'm just going to use a sponge and just kind of dab over the letters in green. And then I'm gonna make the leaves red, orange, and yellow. So here I'm just finishing up my final letters here. So I did a couple coats on each color. So I have the red, orange, yellow, and green for the lettering. The green and the gold took the most coats. Maybe I'll just do one more coat of gold here. So I'm going along with the grain of the wood. That's why I'm going sideways. I just find that's the way it wants to go on the nicest and looks the nicest. And then I like to take the stencil off while it's still wet. And then I touch up any areas that might need a little extra.